Hello everyone, this is Chewbacca, and I'm going to be talking about how to do a Hog Grade as a Town Hall 9 on another Town Hall 9. We did end up losing this war, but Asher was able to put in a fantastic Hog Grade on their number 2, and so I want to go ahead and look at the base and talk about why Asher decided to Hog Grade it. As you can see, there's not any space for traps or big bombs in between the bulk of his defenses, and that right there is going to let you know that you're not going to have to really worry about where you put your heal spells, because you know that they're either going to be around this archer tower, or by this one. And so really you're only concerned about heal spells on this side of the base, and then the clan castle troops, that's an easy lure, which is one of the first threats to a hog raid. And then also the heroes are near the outside, which means that they're going to be easy to help take out as well, so that they are not just sitting there beating on your hogs. So let's go ahead and look at Asher's compilation. He brings 34 hogs, 11 wizards, 6 archers, a king, and a queen, and I think he has hogs in his clan castle as well. And whenever you're doing a hog raid, you always just want to bring all heal spells. It's not really worth it to bring a rage spell, since the hogs are already really fast, and really your only concern is that they lose health. So you just want to keep their health up as much as possible. And let's go ahead and watch Asher's replay and see how this all turned out. So here comes the lure, and he's a little bit off there, but he's going to place a few more in the range to make sure they all come out. And look, because his initial troop didn't have enough HP, he has to place several troops in order to make sure that he lures all of them before he places his poison spell. And I've seen a lot of people struggle, and they say, oh man, I thought I lured all the troops on the inside. You want to make sure that you have a strong enough lure that you get all of them out of the castle, because some will lag behind, because there is sort of a delay to troops coming out of the castle according to their level and their type. And obviously this clan is trying to lean on that delay in order to slow down our raids. But Asher does a great job luring them and taking his time. Hogs are really fast, so really you're not too concerned about time unless it takes you too long to take out the clan troops and the heroes. So he's going to use a wizard and his heroes to take out the queen, so that she's no longer a threat to the hogs. And now here comes those clan castle hogs that he did request for. When they're hog raiding, we'll send them in really large groups, and as you can see, Asher's in them and trying to see. As you can see, he used a few big bombs to trigger those. But as you can see, he's got a little bit of a spread, but he's trying to make sure that he takes care of in initial buildings that are going to pose the greatest threat. And now you can see he places the bulk of his attack and is going to start using his heal spells. And when it comes to spells in any raid, you always want to try to use it earlier in your attack. And the reason why is because more of your troops are going to be alive and going to be impacted by that attack. Sometimes you'll see people use a heal spell at the end of their raid, and you're like, man, if they had used that a minute or two before, that might have saved, half of their troops. So he uses them a little bit spread out, but as you can see, he's just making sure that he uses them around the wizard towers, which are the greatest threat to a hog raid. And he begins to place all of his wizards now, knowing that the defenses are gone. And those hogs do target that king, but after all the other defenses are gone. And as you can see, that king did cause quite a bit of damage on the hogs. So you're always going to have to be concerned about the heroes. And it turns out on this one that it worked out, just because he had enough hogs and they were fast enough to get away without totally being destroyed. But this is basically the end of every hog raid that's successful. It's just this slow process of destroying the rest of the buildings, and luckily those hogs are fast and do a good bit of damage. And this is just sort of the funny part, where sometimes there can be a threat of losing time if it just took you too long, but he has enough troops left over here to take him out before the time limit expires. But basically, that's how you do a hog raid. And as you can see, that big bum over there never even got triggered by the hogs. But that's a standard 3-star hog raid and compilation. And you always just want to, when you're considering to do a hog raid, you just want to try to predict where those big bums are here. And he just triggered those with just a few hogs. And then you just want to see that there's not much space, and that's very predictable. And he obviously knew that that his hogs were going to be safe in that area of the base. So anyway, good luck hog raiding. Good luck hog raiding, and I'll see you guys next time.